Welcome to Fresh Tech Tips. I am Derrell Norris, CEO of Fresh Tech Solutions. And today I have some of my friends and business partners with me.
I'm Nicholas Mbazer Daniel, CEO of Aegis Project Management LLC.
And I'm Dr. Doug Franklin, CEO and co-founder of Deck Launch LLC. How are you guys doing today?
Doing lovely on this wonderful Monday leading up to Thanksgiving.
It feels good, man. It feels good to be on here with you guys. The vibe this week is very relaxed. I don't know why. We still have the same amount of crazy work, but still feel good. So it's good to see y'all. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, doing good over here. Wondering which one of you guys is actually going to be cooking on Thanksgiving. That's the main question right now.
It's not going to be rough.
We all know that to be true. Not that I can't hold down. I'm just not.
Okay.
Okay.
But so today's Fresh Tech Tip topic is an entrepreneurial Thanksgiving. Nicholas, I never call you that, but Nick, can you give me one of those definitions of yours? Can you define what an entrepreneurial Thanksgiving means to you?
Yeah, I don't know if we need to trademark this as our own, but so an entrepreneurial Thanksgiving and the purpose or the motivation for this episode is that, as entrepreneurs, there's so many things that we suffer, so many things that we can complain about, so many hardships that we definitely can categorize and list and write dissertations about. But there are also a lot of things that we really enjoy about being entrepreneurs. I don't know if we'll call them perks. It's just the nature of the beast. And there's some things that are good that the things that people who are not entrepreneurs look at and are envious of or they admire. And we just want to be thankful for those things today with you guys.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think Nick hit it right on the head. And I guess I'll just go into it because it's just talking about the nature of that gratitude that we have. And so there is gratitude, even though, there are some things we could complain about. But why talk about that stuff? I think you've heard, I think we did a pretty good job of touching some of the things when we talked about some of the great mistakes that we make. So let's just move forward, talk about some of the fun, positive stuff that comes from our entrepreneurial world for Thanksgiving. So I really do appreciate knowing that I'm going to wake up every morning with the purpose of really being able to help businesses out that need it. I don't feel like I'm going to punch a clock anywhere, and even in the hardest days, I'm just really, really happy that I get to help entrepreneurs and other businesses try to figure out their dreams. And it's just unreal that if you would have told me that I'd be working with my friends on something like this a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I'd have told you you're crazy. But it's just so great to wake up knowing that I'm going to help people every single day.
Man, I love that. But I have to chime in just a little bit because my whole dream in life was to turn my dreams to reality. I've been living by that slogan for a very, very long time. Actually, I have probably since I was like 12 years old. Dreams to reality, dreams to reality. So now the fact that I'm able to turn other people's dreams to reality, it makes it easy. It makes it easy. Nick,
perfectly.
So Nick, I know this is the next one was pretty much on you. What are you thankful for?
Yeah, man, I'm thankful for just the flexibility that entrepreneurship gives you. That's a double-edged sword because I know we talked about you not owning your time anymore, the work actually owning your time. But it's two things. Since we're working 24 hours a day, you can't find little pockets to do things that you wouldn't be able to do when somebody else is calling the shots on your time. But when things are on you, you can kind of move things around to spend more time with your family. I spend all my time, especially since the pandemic, when my dog's over here with me working. I can go pick up my kids. I've been picking up my son every day from school and having conversations that I'm going to remember forever. Just things like that. We can work from different places. Just the flexibility that, wherever you move, your work moves with you, your world moves with you, and that control is just something that I'm definitely thankful for.
Yeah, man. I know Nick and Doug, you guys get to spend more time with your kids and everything. I get to spend a little bit more time with my Jeep. Yeah.
Shout out to Pressure. Follow her on Instagram.
Pressure.hg. Doc, let's get back over to you. I think this is one of my favorite ones. Let's talk about this earning potential. I know you're thankful for that.
So the Monty, as our friend Eleanor always says, yes. So there is some crazy earning potential out there for entrepreneurs, even right now when it feels like everything is bleak with the nature of coronavirus and all the things that have gone on. You still we have these crazy opportunities to really start to build things that if they don't yield a whole bunch of money just because of our services, in the future, they will yield some crazy financial opportunities for us. And it's just unreal to think that you build those things by yourself, because a lot of times when you're in school, what do you hear? You hear, go straight to college, go to college, get 17 degrees like me. And then a lot of people don't have the opportunity to hear about what it is to be an entrepreneur unless they're raised in an entrepreneurial household. And so like, it sometimes just doesn't even feel right, basically after even someone like me who's been an entrepreneur for a while was told, oh yeah, well, you got to go to school, get that job and stay there. And then you just run it out with the salary. But this is just so cool. It's really amazing to get paid and get paid fairly well to, again, wake up with a purpose. And then now making money in my purpose is just amazing too.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about that is the limit. One of my favorite things about being an entrepreneur is there's no limits to earning potential. Yep. There's zero limits. I mean, when I was in corporate America, I was limited. There was a certain amount of money that I could make, and that was it. There was nothing else unless I was doing something outside of that. So the fact that it is what you make it. If you grind hard enough, you can get to the top, and you can define your own top. So that's what I like about the earning potential as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I love the way you put that, man. I love the way you put that. It's the reward for all that risk, all that hardship, all that grind. That's what's on the other side of it. So that's why your possibilities are endless. You have control of it. There's no limit to it, like Derrell said, and that's a good place to live. That's a good place to breathe. Allows you to think. I just any other way is just I don't know how to imagine another way of just existing. So it's awesome.
Yeah. So one of my favorite, one of the most thing that I'm thankful for being an entrepreneur, is the power of my entrepreneur network. Before this entrepreneur journey, yes, I had a great network, but it's a complete different ball game now. I like the fact that I can meet anybody, I can talk to anybody, and satisfy a need for literally any person. For example, if I'm at a networking event or something, if I meet somebody and they're looking for any product, any service, anything, I know that I know somebody that sells that product who's not one of these big boys, who is a small business owner. And it just, and having that power is very helpful, because once you start helping people, then it always comes back, even if it's not from them. The universe is going to bring it back. So what I found out is, if when I'm meeting people and I'm talking to people, I'm trying to find out what they need, what are they lacking in, who can I connect them with, and so when you turn into a connector, things change. Perspective change. People start looking at you differently. You're not that salesy guy. You're not that financial advisor trying to get all of my personal information and I don't know you. But it's another level. And I love being here. I love being in this space. It feels good to be able to, to be that connector. And it's all because of my network and how much it's grown. Being an entrepreneur, going to these events, trying to get the name out there. It's just been very rewarding. And it took a while, but we're here now. We're in the connector space now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I left the corporate world later than both of you guys, so it's incredible how there's actually like a shadow community of people who actually just do this, and you don't know until you're connected and you realize this is how these people live. Everybody, networking, everybody knows somebody who does this, and just it's living, it's breathing, and it gives you energy. That what Derrell's talking about, you connect somebody, they connect you back. It's a whole ecosystem. It's awesome. It really is. And you don't know that until you're into it and you see how vast it is and how legitimate and powerful, it can be.
And the coolest thing is that pretty much just as long as you're working, you're basically kind of just working in your happy space as an entrepreneur. You end up finding out that you're the subject matter expert. So I kid you not, I happened to be on a call with some friends last week, and we were talking about stuff that I do at work every day, and they literally stopped and said, "Okay, well, Doug, aren't you the expert on this?" And I was like, "When did I become the expert? I just happened to be working with businesses and try to help them." And they're like, "Well, you're the one there now, and we need you." And it was just kind of like, what? And that's that's the cool thing is like nobody ever sets out just to be the superhero, but like when you get that experience like that, and you get to be able to connect other businesses to opportunities, it just becomes so unbelievable. It's just a really good feeling.
It's definitely a superpower.
Nick, hit us with another one. What else are you thankful for as an entrepreneur?
Oh man, yeah, this goes right into it too. Working towards your values, and causes that you see fit. These days, I think if people who are into stocks, something called is ESGs, I think. As a whole movement of people who want stocks for people who are environmental friendly, sustainable, people who want companies that are on the right side of causes. No more people just want to just see your bottom line. So if you're killing animals somewhere, if you don't value Black lives and minorities and you're not standing for equality for women, people don't want to be part of your business. So that whole movement is finally catching up in the mainstream. And I think it's really driven by entrepreneurs who come in. They don't only disrupt earning potential and the way that people do business as far as products and stuff like that. Also disrupt your values, culture. Because an entrepreneur, you set the culture for your business. You set the culture for people that you work with, people that you choose to interact with, your immediate network. That stuff permeates to other people. So you're able to go after causes that you think are important, and you're able to share your values and use that to spread, goodwill. If your values are, hey, I treat people a certain way, you don't have to watch your back when you do business with me. I'm going to treat you on the up and up. Versus in the corporate world, when we know, there's always a knife behind someone's back. You have to really watch yourself and dot your I's and cross your T's type of thing. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't, but it's just a different way of doing things. And you get to set that. If you're just a cog in the whole machine in a corporate behemoth, your values not going to go too much further than your cubicle. So it's a completely different way of doing things. And it's rewarding. And I'm really thankful for that.
I love that. And just to kind of piggyback on that, you can also pick your, and this kind of goes into Doug's next point, but you get to pick who you work with, and tying that into the values. Shout out to Black to Business. Shout out to Raya and Chanel. They just released a Black-owned business directory, and we created the app for it. It's available. It's Black to Business. But this is something that I'm able to do, and I'm able to, I want these kind of projects. Houston needs this. So So for us to be able to work with that kind of client and be able to produce something for the city and for the culture is just, I'm very thankful for that. The follow up with that, I know you're thankful for choosing who you work with.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that makes work a whole lot easier on both sides. And so, like, one of the things that you normally get worried about as an entrepreneur is like, where's the money going to come from, right? And so at the beginning, you're not necessarily as choosy about the people that you work with. I mean, and I think we tell this story all the time. Our first two clients had disappeared on us magically, with product in tow, and weren't necessarily as awesome and trustworthy as we're expected to be as vendors of a service. And so it got really cool when we realized that it's in our best interest to be able to find awesome businesses with awesome people that are like us to be our clients. And so, like, to be able to say that we choose the clients that we work with every single day. And with that choice comes better communication, because that now we're aligned. It's a much better experience. I mean, I'm pretty sure that every one of you guys is tired of Zoom meetings, because you probably take 130 of them a day. But, like, doesn't it get a little bit better if you're not in a Zoom meeting with someone whose guts you hate? And that's just basically it. We don't have to do that. And I love it.
That's a doctor speaking.
It helps with our happiness. It helps with our happiness, man.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, we always say that we're entrepreneurial servants, and we take that seriously. Really, we're just here using whatever tools that we have to serve our community, because that's what we have. That's what our power is. So we're trying to lend that to the cause, and that in itself is special. And it goes back to purpose. All these things are aligned, like we always are. To go back to our purpose. So it's something to be valued.
No, definitely. And Nick, earlier we talked about how the earning potential was limitless.
Yes.
Let's talk about what else is limitless.
Yeah, I mean, those things connect, man. Seeing possibilities, and that's being able to literally be able to do anything. Doesn't mean everything's going to work out. Doesn't mean it's going to be possible, but you can, when I look at things, I'm like, oh my God, can I do this? How do we do this? And that's a beautiful way to exist. Like, whenever I see a product, or if I'm scrolling on Instagram, you see something to purchase it, I'm thinking about how can I participate in this? How can I help this? It's a different way of looking. So being able to see possibilities everywhere is the way that entrepreneurs, find opportunities. This way that you increase their earning potential. Is the way that you fulfill that purpose. Being able to see possibilities everywhere is something that's going to come with the amount of time you spend being an entrepreneur, because that's just the way it is. When you get exposed to all these founders who have different ideas, when you're exposed to your network who have people with different ideas, naturally you're going to start to see little things the way that all of them see it. And then that's going to help you see opportunities in places where you probably didn't see before, or you didn't even know to look before. So that's definitely one of the things that we are thankful for.
Yeah, and it's contagious. We had an intern in the office with us, and his whole viewpoint kind of changed just hearing us, help these businesses every day. Just being in the office in that environment, it's an interesting thing.
Right.
And so, what I am very, very thankful for, and I think this is Nick's favorite, you guys.
Oh, you guys.
You guys are awesome. Very, very thankful for you guys. It's I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how to expand on it. It's wouldn't be here.
Yeah, every day, bro. Every day that we can still do this, and it hasn't capitulated. We're still existing. We're still moving forward. Still fighting, pushing the ball up the mountain. It's valuable, man. I appreciate it, especially me. I mean, baby, I'm the first one to talk about this because I started this later than you guys did. So I'm definitely appreciative of how much I've changed being able to do this. Like, full time and not having to, you know, juggle multiple things and just being committed and having that commitment pay off, you know, and that goes both ways. That goes with the people that you're in, because you have to trust them and you have to put your faith in them. And I'm putting my faith in both of you, and we have some key members of our network that, you know, that this extends out to as well. You know, you guys are the ones that make this possible. We're all doing this together, and definitely thankful for that.
Yeah, like, I mean, just so much. Just this is gratitude to be able to work with two guys that always support me. We laugh a lot, and that is just something that's unbelievably beneficial, especially now. But it's
Sometimes
just
to keep them crying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing that is just so amazing, is that I know that at the very least, if I'm having a bad day, even if we don't talk, I will receive a text message of encouragement, you know, phone call, email, or something, and it just is just a beautiful thing. And you know, and very thankful for the rest of there's so many other people that work with us behind the scenes right now that we're very thankful for, and I can't wait to talk our stuff about what we're going to be doing in the new year, because I think it's just going to get better and better and better. So you know, thank you to the Philip Yateses of the world, the Brady Guidry, of course our Sidos.
My Sid.
But yeah. I mean, like, there's absolutely no way we would be able to talk about having fun at the job without people like that. And of course,
our interns, our analysts,
man. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
they're amazing.
Talk about purpose and rewarding when you see people who are coming down the same path as you with that same life, and you notice the same thing. I mean, that's a different level of responsibility, and just like now you have to make it, because you have to keep an example. You have to help, you know, make sure that they can get there too. So it's just
Nick, they're like
it's awesome.
Nick, they're like my grandkids right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I just love seeing it. But before we head out, I do want to give a huge shout out to Sid. Sydney is the best executive assistant in the world. This show wouldn't even be possible without her. She's so behind the scenes with everything, keeping my crazy life together, on top of managing social media for clients. So she's just awesome. Dr. Doug, I appreciate you so much, man. You are the brains. I need your brains. Your brains is what makes me not be able to use my brain sometimes when I don't want to.
That's a good thing.
I don't need to be. Sometimes I just don't want to use my brain, and I just like, Doug, take it, and you just kill it every time. And Nick, you've always been my little protege, man, my little brother. And I just love seeing your growth. I've seen that viewpoint that you was talking about. I see it. I see how you look at the world differently now, and I just love it. And that's enough for me. I really thank you guys for believing in the vision. This was, this is my baby. This is my vision, and for you guys to hop on and support and get on board and turn it into your vision and treat it like it's yours. I just appreciate that. Also, I really, really, really appreciate all of you listeners. You guys are awesome.
Thank y'all.
Shout out to Maggie.
Maggie, Miss Maggie Jean. We are so thankful for Maggie that we are giving Maggie a free deck launch T-shirt because she is the top fan of Fresh Tech Tipz. So thank you, Maggie, for always tuning in, for always just spitting those encouraging words that keep us going. Because, sometimes we're like, man, are people even listening to this? Are they getting anything out of this? But you've always confirmed that, yes, y'all are doing a good job. Keep it up. Y'all need to start charging for this. I love it. So we really do appreciate you, Maggie, and thank you. But we'll be getting that shirt to you soon. So everybody else, please let us know what you are thankful for in the comments. Ask us any questions you have about the entrepreneur journeys that we've been on. Please join the Fresh Tech Tips Facebook group. That's Fresh Tech Tips with a Z on the end, of course. And please listen on iHeartRadio, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Google, whatever you listen to podcasts.
I love them.
Just search Fresh Tech Tips. We'll pop up. We will see y'all next Monday at 12 o'clock-ish. I think we were good today. So, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Eat good. Be safe. Be very safe. And we will talk to y'all next Monday. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Later, y'all.